moment that's intended for. Let's bring in our panel. Terry Schilling, president of the American Principles Project, with us, a father with us today, and Victoria Churchill, U.S. political reporter for the Daily Mail. I mentioned you're a dad because, Terry, you have young children. You're shaping a lot of minds. I believe you just had your 8th child. Am I correct?
Yes, ma'am. Look,
all right, so
Bianca,
when this story happened, we just real quickly, though, just to frame it, this story was about violence that should never have even happened. It's a tragedy, but the murder seems like it's getting lost in a race baiting story now.
That's exactly right, Bianca. And first of all, my condolences to the entire Metcalf family. I can't imagine, as the father of 8 kids, what it would be like to lose your son in this manner. I also have a hard time understanding what it would be like, or how you produce a child that at 17 years old is carrying around a deadly knife and has the capacity for murder. By the way, Frisco, Texas is one of the safest towns in America. It's usually, typically, and consistently 50% lower crime rate than the rest of the country on average. But what we're seeing here, Bianca, is these things get turned into random acts of violence for when it's a white kid being killed. But when it's Daniel Penny, who's saving a group of people on a plane or on a train, they end up getting accused of racism. Yeah. This whole thing is upside down.
Austin Metcalf, the father, says, "We were robbed. My son's death destroyed the person I used to be. The pain from this family." He says, "People think grief is sadness. It's not. It's rage, pure, unfiltered rage. You can't look me in the eyes, but you can stab my bleep son." Let's play just a little bit more, Victoria, from the Anthony family spokesperson here on Newsmax.
Right. Stabbing somebody in the heart, though, sir, is definitely not legal. He could have just turned around and walked out of that tent at any moment.
And based on what you have been told about the situation, I can see how you can take that fact. But the levels of injustice that was done in this trial is not how I was told.
No, we can't have that. He had an opportunity to take the stand. They tried to say it was self-defense, and he didn't. Your take, Victoria, on how they're spinning this?
Well, I think they're spinning it completely the wrong way. You know, I'm somebody that in my past life has been quite active on the issue of Second Amendment and self-defense. And, you know, when I was a college student, I actually pushed for concealed carry on my college campus. It had passed right before I came to college, but there was some pushback from the administration saying students, you know, shouldn't carry firearms on campus. So I'm actually all for students being able to defend themselves, but you also have to know what the confines of the law are. And when you are under 21 and specifically under 18, you can't have a firearm or even a knife on a grade school campus or at a track meet like Anthony did here. And so I think saying that there is a double standard when it comes to self-defense in terms of race is absolutely ludicrous. And, you know, I think this case also parallels quite closely the Henry Novak case out of the UK, which, you know, of course, Bianca, as you know, you and I are on British TV every so often, and you know, that's yes, something that has great
GB News
voices on both sides of the pond. You know, I think it's pretty identical, right? It's a white male that gets stabbed by a person of color with a knife, and somehow they're the perpetrator, not the victim.
Have to continue the conversation. We don't have enough time to get through all of it, but such great points by both of you. And I think we just have to hold our children. We pray. We got to get them on the straight and narrow path. Lives are being destroyed. Victoria Churchill, Terry Schilling, thank you so much.